Welcome back to Oxford 4000 Essential English Words, Episode 18. I'm your host, Emma.
And I'm your co host, Frank. It's great to be back in the studio. Emma, you look like you've had a great week.
I have Frank. I finally finished that big project I was working on. It feels like a huge weight has been lifted. How about you?
Oh, the usual. Trying to master the art of cooking something other than instant noodles. It's a slow process, but I'm much more excited to learn some new words. So, what's on the menu for today?
I'm glad you asked. Today we've got a fantastic list. Get ready, everyone. The words are sell, flag, mental, marble, audience, along, westward, constant, postcard, and tongue.
Wow, that's quite a mix. We're going from business with cell to geography with westward, and then there's marble and tongue. This is going to be an interesting journey.
It certainly will be. And to all our listeners joining us, before we dive deep into these words, please take a moment to support us. If you like our show, don't forget to save, like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Hitting that notification bell also ensures you won't miss our next episode. It really helps us create more polished episodes for you.
Absolutely. Your support means the world to us. All right, I'm ready. Let's start with the first word.
Let's do it. Our first word is sell. SELL. In its most basic sense, to sell means to give something to someone in exchange for money. The core meaning is 摆销售.
So, like, I need to sell my old bike. But I've also heard people say things like, you really need to sell your idea to the boss. You're not getting money for an idea, are you?
That's a great question. You've hit on a more abstract meaning of sell, which is to persuade someone that an idea or plan is good. You're trying to get them to buy into it, so to speak.
Ah, so it's about persuasion. That makes sense.
Exactly. So, for our first example, she decided to sell her old car. That's the literal meaning. Then we have, his new book is selling really well. Here, sell is used intransitively, meaning the book is being bought by many people.
And for the persuasion meaning?
A good sentence would be, as a manager, you need to sell the benefits of the new strategy to your team. It's all about convincing them.
Got it. Sell. It's more versatile than I thought. What's next on our list?
Next up is flag, FLAG. As a noun, a flag is a piece of cloth with a special design that is used as a symbol of a country or organization. It's a tiger.
Like the American flag or the Olympic flag. But can't you also flag something? I think I've heard flag a taxi and also flag an issue in a report. Are those the same?
Excellent point, Frank. They come from the same idea of using a flag to signal something, but the usage is different. To flag down a vehicle means to signal for it to stop. But when you flag an item in a document, you are marking it as important or needing attention. The verb form essentially means to 标记.
So you're raising a metaphorical flag to draw attention to it.
Precisely. Let's make some sentences. First, the noun. Every country has its own national flag. Simple enough. For marking something, you could say, I've flagged the important sections in the report for you to review.
And for a taxi?
He tried to flag down a taxi in the pouring rain. You can just imagine him waving his arm like a flag.
That's a great visual. Okay, flag. Checked. What's word number three?
Our third word is mental. mental. This is an adjective that relates to the mind. Its core meaning is 精神的脑力的.
Oh, this one I hear a lot, like in mental health or mental arithmetic, which is doing math in your head. I'm terrible at that, by the way.
Me too, Frank. You're not alone. Those are perfect examples. We also use it in phrases like make a mental note, which means to make an effort to remember something. Or you might experience a mental block when you can't think of something.
I get mental blocks all the time, especially when I'm trying to remember someone's name.
Let's put it into practice. It's important to take care of your mental health. We can also say, I made a mental note to call him back later. And a final one, the chess game was a real mental challenge.
All very useful. It's such a common word. On to the next.
All right, our next word is marble. Marble. This word has two common meanings. First, it's a type of hard, smooth stone often used for statues and buildings. That's 大理石. Second, a marble is a small glass ball that children play with.
I used to love playing with marbles as a kid. I had a whole collection. But wait, there's also that phrase, to lose one's marbles, right? It doesn't mean you've lost your little glass balls.
Haha, no, it doesn't. That's a great idiom. If someone has lost their marbles, it's a funny or informal way of saying they've gone crazy or are acting very strangely.
I feel like I'm about to lose my marbles when my computer crashes in the middle of important work.
All right, a perfect use of the phrase, Let's look at our sentences. For the stone, we can say, the grand staircase was made of polished marble. For the toy, the children were playing with marbles on the rug.
And the idiom.
After dealing with three screaming kids all day, she felt like she was losing her marbles.
I can relate to that. Okay, let's move on before I lose mine. What's next?
Next, we have audience. Audience. An audience is the group of people who have gathered to watch or listen to something, like a play, a concert, or a speech. They are the guanzhong, tinzhong.
So, everyone listening to our podcast right now is our audience. Hello, audience. But does it have to be a live event? Can the readers of a book be called an audience?
Right. Yes, absolutely. The term has expanded to include readers of a book, viewers of a TV show, or followers of a blog. We also often talk about a target audience, which is the specific group of people you're trying to reach with your product or content.
That makes sense. So, our target audience is awesome English learners.
All right, exactly. Let's create some sentences. The audience applauded enthusiastically at the end of the concert. Another one could be, the author really knows how to write for her audience. And for our other point, our company's target audience is young professionals.
Great examples. I feel like we're building a good rapport with our audience.
I hope so. Let's keep going. The next word is along. Along. It's a preposition or adverb that means moving in a constant direction on a path or line. The meaning is basically yenja.
So, walking along the street. But what about phrases like come along or get along with someone? They seem a bit different.
You're right. Those are phrasal verbs. To come along means to accompany someone or to make progress. To get along with someone means to have a friendly relationship with them.
Ah, phrasal verbs, the delightful challenge of English. So many meanings.
They keep things interesting. Let's do some sentences. We strolled along the beach at sunset. That's the basic meaning. For the phrasal verb, why don't you come along with us to the cinema?
And for relationships.
It's great that you and your new roommate get along so well.
Perfect. It's all clear now. What's our seventh word?
We are moving right along to westward. Westward. This adverb or adjective means towards the west. It's a simple one, really, 向西的.
Westward, it makes me think of old movies about cowboys and pioneers, the westward expansion in American history.
That is the most common context for this word. It has a very strong historical and geographical feel to it. For example, the settlers began their long westward journey in the spring.
It sounds so epic.
It does. Another example could be more poetic. The ship sailed westward into the sunset.
I like that. It's a very descriptive word. Okay, what's next?
Our next word is constant. Constant. As an adjective, it means happening all the time or very often, without a break. It's 持续不断的, 恒定的.
Like the constant noise from the construction site next to my apartment, it drives me crazy.
That's a perfect example. It can also be a noun meaning a situation or value that does not change. For example, in the phrase, the only constant is change,
That's a deep thought for a vocabulary podcast.
we aim to enlighten. Let's make some sentences. He lives in constant fear of losing his job. And as you said, the constant noise from the traffic makes it hard to sleep.
And as a noun.
In mathematics, pi is a constant.
Got it. Constant. A word I will now constantly use. What's our second to last word?
We have postcard, postcard. A postcard is a card, often with a picture on one side, that you can send through the mail without an envelope. It's a 明信片.
Oh, I love postcards. I still have a few that my friends sent me from their travels. It feels so much more personal than a text message.
I agree completely. It shows someone was thinking of you on their trip. So, for our examples, she sent me a postcard from Paris with the Eiffel Tower on it. Or, I always buy a postcard of the main attraction as a souvenir.
A cheap and cheerful souvenir. I approve. All right, let's bring it home. What's the last word for today?
Our final word is tongue. Tongue. This is the soft, movable part in your mouth that you use for tasting, swallowing, and speaking, certo. But like many words, it has other meanings.
Right, like when you talk about your mother tongue, which means your native language. Or what about idioms like cat got your tongue, or when something is on the tip of your tongue?
Exactly! Cat got your tongue is a playful way to ask someone why they are so quiet. And if a word is on the tip of your tongue, you feel you know it, but just can't remember it at that moment.
That happens to me all the time. It's so frustrating.
It is. Let's practice. For the physical meaning, he bit his tongue while eating. For language, her mother tongue is Mandarin, but she speaks fluent English. And for the idiom, oh, what was her name? It's right on the tip of my tongue.
A perfect way to end our deep dive. That was a fantastic list of words.
I agree. Now, to help all of this sink in, we're going to move to our scenario dialogue segment. Frank and I will have a conversation using all 10 words we've learned today. And for our listeners, before we start, a quick reminder to save this episode's word list and subscribe so you get notified about our next set of 10 words.
Today's scene. I just got back from a trip and I'm telling Emma all about it. I'll start.
I'm ready.
Emma, I'm so glad to be back. The trip was amazing, but also exhausting. There was this constant stream of tourists everywhere.
Oh, I can imagine. Where did you go? Did you send me a postcard?
Of course, it should be arriving any day now. We started on the East Coast and then began a long westward journey by train. We just kept going along the coastline.
That sounds beautiful. Was it a tour group? I can't imagine the logistics.
No, we did it all ourselves. The tour companies try to sell you these expensive packages, but we wanted more freedom. The audience for those tours seems to be mostly retired couples.
Smart move. Any memorable sights?
We visited this incredible old government building. The whole front was made of marble. They had a huge flag from the 1800s on display. It was fascinating.
Wow, that must have been a real mental workout, planning everything yourselves?
It was! By the end, I could barely speak. It was like the cat had my tongue. I was just so tired.
Well, I'm glad you're back in one piece. It sounds like an incredible adventure.
It really was.
And there you have it, our dialogue using all 10 words. We hope hearing them in context helps.
I hope so too. And now, it's time to put your skills to the test in our Chinese to English practice segment. I'm going to give you a sentence in Chinese that uses some of the words we learned today. I'll give you 5 seconds to translate it into English. Are you ready?
Let's cheer them on, Frank. You can do it, everyone.
Okay, the first sentence uses mental and constant. The sentence is 他持续不断的抱怨对我的精神健康造成了负面影响. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Time's up. How did you do? A great way to say that would be, his constant complaining had a negative effect on my mental health. You could also say, my mental well being was impacted by his constant complaints. Both work perfectly.
Nicely done. Let's try another one. This sentence will use sell, audience, and tongue. Here it is. 这位销售员用他流利的口才成功地说服了观众购买产品. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, did you get it? This one was a bit trickier with the idiom. A fantastic translation would be, the salesperson used his silver tongue to successfully sell the product to the audience. Or, a bit more directly, with his eloquent tongue, the salesman persuaded the audience to buy the product. The phrase silver tongue is a perfect fit here.
Silver tongue is a great one to know. Okay, last one. This challenge uses westward and flag. Here's the sentence. 他们向西的旅途很艰难，但他们从未想过要放弃并竖起白旗. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that's time. For this one, a good answer is, their westward journey was tough, but they never thought of giving up and raising the white flag. Raising the white flag is the key idiom for surrendering. You could also say, although the journey westward was difficult, they never considered surrendering by flagging defeat, though that's a bit less common.
That was our final challenge. Great job to everyone who participated. Practice is what makes you better.
Absolutely. And that just about wraps up our show for today. In our next episode, we'll be tackling another 10 exciting words: decay, homeless, current, regardless, by, platform, truth, torment, by, and lemon.
Torment and lemon in the same list. That sounds like a story waiting to happen.
We'll have to wait and see. A huge thank you to our wonderful audience for tuning in. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and hit that notification bell. It's the best way to support us.
And it ensures you won't miss our next episode. Thanks for learning with us. Until next time, I'm Frank.
And I'm Emma. Goodbye for now.